It's a sad day for we, the sisters of CIWiL, the Caribbean Women in Leadership. We have lost our dear sister, our founding chairperson, Sister Hazel Brown. She's gone from this earthly plane, but for us, her inspirational memory as a Caribbean, Trinidadian, global woman, warrior, queen will never die. Hazel, we can see you now in your Afro-Caribbean regalia. We can hear you now as you stir up the advocacy for women across the Caribbean, across Trinidad and Tobago, and across the world, demanding for us and inspiring us to embrace the advocacy of equality, access to justice for we women. Hazel, your time with us has ended, as in the very words of the Trinidadian folk song, it's evening time. Work is over, now it's evening time. But we also think of you in the words of the Grenadian singer Vaughan, because we know, sisters all, we know that for those who are in the heavens, that Hazel, our sister, will join if they do not accept that women are equal, that women deserve their equal places and opportunities. It will be trouble in the morning. Hazel, we salute your life's work. We indeed, as CIWiL, on behalf of all the members and CIWiLers across the Caribbean region, and joining with our family at Pan Americas, to all of your grieving friends, but more so your family, your children, your network, your Trinidad and Tobago network of women. To you we say, she's gone, but she will live on. Hazel, we salute you. May you enjoy eternity.
It's amazing that, and surreal, that Hazel is gone. Hazel was somebody who was always there. A stalwart, like a mother. I wouldn't even say a sister, like a mother for the movement. She was somebody who lived the movement. Everything about her that she did was for the empowerment of women and girls. Growing up and having to see her at almost every meeting, hearing from her, was such an encouraging and empowering moment, seeking her advice, even to the very end, calling her, speaking with her, and she'll ask about how the governance committee is going. She never really gave up, and for me, that is an inspiration. She didn't see the women's movement as something, as a side option or a side event for her. It was her life. She lived it. And for me, this is encouraging, this is inspiring, that her work should not go in vain, that what she was working towards is something that the baton that she has also passed on to all of us, that we keep it going. I thank God for the opportunity to have met such a great woman like her. And my hope and prayer is that the work which she started, we will continue until equality is reached for every man, woman, boy, and girl in the Caribbean. Rest well, Hazel.
Today, I join with the region in recognizing Sister Hazel Brown, who will forever be remembered for her passion, selfless service, and activism. Hazel saw the injustices of gender inequality faced by women and girls in the Caribbean and was purposed in her heart to confront those injustices through dedicated action, partnership, and community building. At the Caribbean Women in Leadership, CIWiL, Hazel Brown served as a founding member. She contributed significantly to the direction, establishment, and growth of the organization. She was often seen as a flag bearer as her actions were fueled by high levels of energy and passion for seeing increased numbers of women in leadership spaces throughout the Caribbean. More recently, she supported the formation of the Trinidad and Tobago CIWiL National Chapter and served as its patron. Hazel believed in creating spaces for Trinbagonian women and girls to strengthen and build their leadership capacity to serve as decision makers in political and civic life. Today, we can evidently see the fruits of her labor. Hazel Brown has left a legacy. She has inspired many of us. We are filled with gratitude for the path that she has made for women and girls in the Caribbean. Thank you, Hazel, for sharing your life with us.
I met Hazel in person during my first CIWiL Regional Board meeting in Barbados in 2019. I was inspired by her indomitable spirit, traveling and actively participating in a regional meeting during her senior years. We shared breakfast one morning, and she further extolled me on some of her advocacy work in Trinidad and around the region. I purchased several copies of the commemorative journal she spearheaded, and it provided so much valuable information on the various UN conventions and other terms of reference for the advancement of women. I found it to be very useful and gave it to our executives from the chapter, and they gladly embraced it. I salute the legacy of Hazel Brown.
Today, I want to take time to honor an absolutely amazing woman, Miss Hazel Brown. Miss Hazel Brown was one of those women who poured into me continuously, and she gave me a sense of what it means to be an empowered woman, but also what it means to empower women. I will forever immortalize the impact that she had on my life, and I know the impact that she had on so many other women. She's definitely responsible for the future and so many future generations of women leaders. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Miss Hazel Brown.
Good afternoon or good morning. My name is Jemiah Prince and I am the Vice Chair of CIWiL Chapter TT. I humbly wish to express my condolences to the family, friends, colleagues and NGO associations of Miss Hazel Brown, the phenomenal Hazel Brown. In as much as today may be an acknowledgement of her passing on, it is also a celebration of Miss Brown, her life, what she has contributed to the wider society, particularly young women, and all the gender impact initiatives that she's been a part of. Because Miss Hazel Brown was, I am, and many other young women are today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carice Rogers, and I'd like to extend my condolences to the family and friends of Hazel Brown. I met Hazel in 2020, and at that time I really didn't understand the depth or the width of the pillar or revolutionary icon that Hazel Brown is. From the first interaction to the last interaction that we had, I can truly say that Hazel remains what she has been and what people continue to hail her for. She was warm, a pillar of just so much wisdom, and a true advocate for what was right. One of my fondest memories of interacting with Hazel is that we were at a meeting, and I was part of the leadership at that point in time, and we made the mistake of saying that we could not do something because someone said we couldn't do it. And I would never forget Hazel saying, no, I'm paraphrasing, But she was basically like, no, don't let them tell you what you can and cannot do. And I don't know, that gave me at least some confidence, because I knew I was going back to those persons and saying, Hazel Brown said that we could do XYZ. So I will always remember that. She always gave us any motivation we needed. Also, she always reminded us that we needed to be confident in ourselves, confident in our abilities, and those are truly lessons that I will continue to take with me for the rest of my time.